Oops.
Thank you so much for attending the memorial service for Ian Andrew Hecox. I know that none of you would have shown up unless you truly cared about being paid a day rate for this. Woo! Ian was truly one of the greats. He did intros. No. When we were cleaning out his office, underneath all the rubble of old scripts, scratched up Korean film DVDs, and unopened My Favorite coffee bags, I found a bunch of old casting calls from back in 2008 when they filmed back in Sacramento. Since I've had the honor of being cast as so many different roles here, I wanted to pay homage to all the other roles that women were casted as in Smosh videos over the years.
Oh boy.
Yeah. By reading off the names of the roles that Ian and Anthony were casting for back in the day. So these were the names that were in the scripts. Hot girl. Dumb hot girl. Running dumb hot girl. Hot girl for thumbnail in parentheses, boobs preferred. Hot girl who can call out premise of the sketch. Magic girl who comes to life and loves to loser. In parentheses, not for the video. Oh my God. Hot girl, man voice.
Man, okay.
Hot doctor, in parentheses, bonus, if you're a real doctor, I can look at this weird lump on my leg. I don't have health insurance yet. Stop. Hot girl who can tell me she's proud of me and that I have a place in the world, in parentheses, not for video.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Kathy Bates look-alike, except if Kathy Bates wore bikinis all the time.
Oh.
Okay.
Never.
Ugly girl, edit, hot girl. Hot girl with big jugs, in parentheses, the drink, not the boobs, but also the boobs would be great. Some of the requirements of the job. Must be comfortable wearing wardrobe that was thrifted from Goodwill in 2005. Must be willing to share an air mattress with an ant colony in a Sacramento college frat house.
Ooh.
Must not know what SAG-AFTRA is.
Not the union.
You freaking got him.
Must be kind of into the bowl cut. Must be boobs. Must be twerk. And you know, so much has changed then. Now I get to play roles like hot guy, hot dumb guy, hot but ugly guy, and hairy YouTuber burnout with a fetish for tacky cars. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Ian's role. I'm so sorry. I love you, Ian, truly. And hey, look at the positive side. You can't be any more of a downer if you're 6 feet down in the ground.
Nice.
I hope you go to hell, though, so that you can finally meet all the tyrants and warlords you admire so much.
Damn.
Rip in peace, Ian.
Rip in peace. Peaceful rip.
Cheers that.
Cheers.
So funny.
Uh-oh.
What is that?
Not gonna work.
It doesn't stay, dude.
Not gonna work.
There it did. Magic.
Oh, God.
Well, hello there, weary travelers. You probably recognize me as the old man who warned you not to go looking around that old mine shaft. For many travelers have entered and none returned. But what you probably don't know about me is that for the past 18 or so years, I've been Ian Hecox's business manager.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's right. Ian was always my most consistent client. I knew no matter what the project was, if I sent him in there, he was gonna give 50% every time, which was also my commission rate. I still remember the day I discovered him. It was in a Chuck E. Cheese. I was warning children not to enter the ball pit after sundown when I saw him, and I said, "There's someone with the looks of a dead body on CSI Miami and the charisma of a dead body on CSI New Orleans." And I thought, that's it. And sure, he was just a sad, pathetic loser, but I turned him into a sad, pathetic loser with a YouTube channel. In fact, I'm responsible for most of Ian's greatest successes. For instance, one time, he found me in the bathroom with a celery stick up my ass, f***ing a pink sprinkled donut. And he said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm brainstorming." And that's how we came up with Foxman. Thanks, Man Spider. And when Ian and I were writing Smosh the movie, I said, "Ian, let's put our heads together. Let's burn the midnight oil and give it everything we got to make sure that this movie is very bad." And when it came to hiring new cast members, I said, "Hey, what are those kids from the Magic School Bus up to? I bet they're unemployed and desperate for work." And they were. And finally, my crowning achievement. I'm the reason Anthony left Smosh. Oh. You see, he found me in the bathroom with a celery stick up my ass, eating a pink sprinkled donut. And he said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "You're fired."
Oh, God.
We've been through a lot, but I'm not done with him yet. No, I have one more job for Ian Hecox. You see, after this funeral, we're gonna take his body and dump it by a creek and change 4 young boys' lives forever.
Stop it!
It will be your greatest work.
Oh my God!
Anyways, whoa! Hey, I didn't know I was interviewing my exes. Crazy. All right, I'm out of here.
Wait, I haven't even seen the.
Holy shit, his bare ass is sticking out of the other side of the coffin. Wow, that's crazy. I'm over here now. Oh, shit. Oh. All right.
Holy God!
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Hello, dumbass. It's me, Ian's mom. The original cast member of Smosh, and the reason it exists. I heard you all cheers me, so I stopped by. Thanks. God, why is my son such an idiot?
My mom's literally watching this right now.
Yeah, right there.
Good. I'm right here, honey. I showed up. I'm so mad right now. And not because my idiot son is dead and he was such a pussy, but because you all think that you run Smosh Well, joke's on you. Now that my son is dead, I'm the boss now. And I'll be writing all the sketches from here on out. First sketch. I worked on it all day. And it is called Mother's Day. Opening scene. Smosh. Office. Courtney walks in to the office like a dumbass. Shane comes in yelling and screaming like a dumbass. And Keith and Olivia still in their cars, texting their friends. Texting their dumbass friends. And then I come in, brilliant. And I say, Happy Mother's Day. Where is my son? And someone said, he's dead. And I said, that pussy. End of sketch. Despite being an incredible actor, I was never formally trained. Can you believe it? I'm a natural talent. I was born with it. Guess it skipped a generation, you dumbass. So I'm gonna start by doing some acting lessons from here on out so I can make this channel soar.
Okay.
First of all, watch me do what I do. And when I tell you to go on the count of 3, you do it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, acting lesson number 1. This is what someone looks like when they're mad. Okay, your turn. 1, 2, 3. Dumbass. My turn. This is what someone acts like when they're happy. Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay, your turn. 1, 2, 3. Dumbass. Okay, my turn. This is what someone looks like when their son has just died. Okay, your turn. 1, 2, 3. Masa mesa. Dumbass. Thanks for letting me speak. This is the most emotional and vulnerable I've been in my life. Oh, God, why is my son such a pussy?
Hi, everyone. No. Very sad day, very sad day. If you don't know, I'll let you know. I am Ian's therapist. That's right. I've been years. Now that he's dead, technically, I can say anything I'd like, and it's not a HIPAA violation, right? So I decided to come with a couple of things that he's talked about in session, which is actually really cool because here are a lot of the people that he talks about when he's in his therapy session. So I thought I'd just really quickly go across some of the people that I see in the audience. Shane, there you are, Shane. Yeah, Shane, it was really weird meeting you in person because, like, I guess you're kind of strong, but I just don't see what Ian was intimidated by. He would always talk about you, man. Weird. Oh, Courtney, there you are. I recognize you. He often referred to you as Pushy Bimbo #1. I think, right? That was often the role.
Oh my God.
I think that was the role that you often played, or at least you said. You know what I mean? As we're going through.
You're killing it.
Dead.
Who do I recognize here? Oh, Jacqi! Jay, of course I recognize you. Hey, I hope it's okay that I'm here, because I know we're on for 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, right? I hope you don't show up too hungover. You're gonna be good for tomorrow's session? Yeah, okay, cool, okay. Who else is in the audience here? Oh, we've got Amanda.
Yeah.
Amanda, there you are. He referred to you as Pushy Bimbo number 3.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
True.
I'm not sure who number 2 was, but I'll figure it out soon before the end of the night. And there, I'm sorry. I don't think you. Yeah, you're hiding. Yeah, you. I don't think Ian ever mentioned you. What's your name? What's your name?
Tommy.
Tommy. No, it doesn't ring a bell. Yeah, you knew him, right? You must have known him. You're here. I imagine you knew him. Anyway, as Ian's therapist, I thought it would now, technically, because I'm legally not bound to anything, and I'm being paid the hour anyway, I thought it would be fun to share some of his secrets, or some of the, I guess, methods that we would go through our therapy session. So I'm going to do something called a Rorschach, something like that. So I'm going to show you guys some ink blots, and I just want, first thing that comes to your head, just shout it out. Right? Just want to know what you think. What do you think when you see this?
Batman.
Peach. Elephant.
Batman, peach, elephant. Yeah, so when I showed this to Ian, he said that time I told my girlfriend I cheated on her when I really didn't. I don't. Yeah. At least he said he didn't. I don't know. All right. Let's go through another one really quick. Oh yes, this one. Okay, yeah. What do you think when you see this?
Guava.
Definitely celery.
Definitely celery. Yeah, it might be celery. So when I showed this to Ian, he said, that time I almost sold a German man my socks because I needed money, I was 19. Does that ring a bell?
That was Anthony. But
Anthony. Oh, Anthony did that?
Yeah. We sold it for $200.
$200. Okay, good. Good to know that's a fact. That's a fact, everyone. You can buy those resell on eBay. Don't worry about it.
He complained that it didn't smell anymore.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
A real complaint. A real complaint.
Shut the up, corpse.
And finally, we've got this one who looks like.
Taj Mahal.
I'm so sorry. This actually isn't an ink blot. This is an ultrasound. This is going to be my baby boy. This is Logan. This is Logan, everyone. Say hi to Logan. This is going to be my first son. Yeah, Logan.
Good luck with that. Sons are tough.
Finally, I want to take you guys through an exercise that I'd put Ian through often. This is something that it's more of an art therapy exercise, so we often do this with children. Now, my normal clientele is prisoners, and that's why Ian fit in perfectly, because he's not all there. But the point is that I asked him to just draw an original image, something that he felt deep down inside, something that might explain who he was. And he drew this. I want to just lift it up for everyone. Does that,
my God!
you see that?
Wow.
So I think he refers to each of you, right? That's a. Yeah, just get a good, yeah.
Oh my God, I'm on there.
You are. You are. Tim.
Yeah.
You're Tim. You
Yeah,
work in
it's
IT,
Tim.
right? Yeah, I remember you.
Yeah, it's Tim.
This beautiful piece of artwork was actually titled My Business Model. Yeah. Interesting. But anyway, I'm not going to take up any more time. It would cost you about $650 more, so I'll get off of here real quick. But I just want to say thank you for inviting me, and if you want to know anything about Ian, I'll gladly share. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah!
Sorry.
Oh my God.
Are you okay?
I'm sorry. Oh my God.
It's not over.
More of that to come.
Okay, we're good.
What the is this? This is what I'm most afraid of for some reason. What is this? Oh, sorry.
Hello, everybody. I worked on Southwest Flight 3020 nonstop from Los Angeles to Sacramento. I would see Ian and his little friends every 2 weeks. He had these little child friends he would bring with him everywhere. They would fly up to Sacramento instead of staying in LA. I don't know, maybe the budget, I don't know. Who knows? It was crazy though, because every week I would see them. I have very fond memories of them. I'd see them in LA and they would be so excited to do comedy, so overjoyed. And then a week later they'd come back and they would be so sad. They would be so sad. It's like they watched a tragic car accident or something. It's like, did you experience trauma? What's going on? But like I said, I do have very fond memories. Ian, on our flights, you did join the Mile High Club. I remember that. Oh. Yes, yes. Everyone, masturbating does count.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Ian was just himself on those flights. He thought we couldn't hear him, but we could. Ian would watch Schindler's List on the flight. In both directions, you know. That movie is a little bit longer than the actual flight. But, you know, he would skip to the good parts. But let me tell you, everybody was on that flight. You know, Noah was there, you know, that little unaccompanied minor. Every time he was on that flight, we had to get a special cleaning crew because he would put everything in his mouth. That dirty little boy. You know, Shane, I'm actually surprised to learn that your name is Shane because your mom would just refer to you as Mommy's little money maker. While she was pounding drinks in the back. She's a sweet woman. Courtney, you did leave your diary one time on the plane.
Oh.
And I took a little peek at it. You are a clever girl. You had so many great sketch ideas. And I never saw any of them on the channel. Not a one. It was crazy. You know, Keith, you were also on that flight, and every time you would come up, you would give me a head nod. Like you weren't a part of that group, but baby, you are part of the group. You are part of that group, baby. You know? You know, I am sorry I had to delay the flight so many times. You know, we did have a lot of mice on our flight sometimes. You know, even the rodents are trying to get out of Sacramento. Ian, I just want to say goodbye. Goodbye, Ian. I'll always remember you as the most famous person to come out of Sacramento. Right behind Brie Larson, Jessica Chastain, Colin Hanks, Sam Elliott, Greta Gerwig, Lisa Ling, Joan Didion, and Anthony Padilla. And don't worry, baby, you are now free to move about the cabin.
Hey! Yeah!
Killed it. That was great.
I guess I had peanuts for everybody.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God. You can't hide that.
It didn't work.
I heard it.
They tried.
Uh-oh.
I'm almost out of drink.
Oh boy.
You're dead.
Huh?
It doesn't slide down there.
It doesn't.
Well,
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
hello everyone. As always, I am here to read the will. I would call this death unexpected, but I'm under oath. Ian Hecox was like a father to all of us. A father in that he didn't really care about anything and always clams up when we ask why other dad left. And who could forget his incredible life story that inspired the Hollywood film Boss Baby? He taught us a lot. He taught us that you truly can do anything if you establish yourself at the beginning of a billion-dollar platform.
True.
On to the will. Ian leaves Courtney, his poison ivy plant. He hopes in his absence it will keep her ultimately irritated. Just so irritated. Ian leaves Shane, the Smosh channel.
Bless you.
The seatbelt light is on. Ian leaves Shane, the Smosh channel. Shane, everything is about to change for you. Now, you'll be in almost every video. Good luck. I know how little you worked before. Ian leaves Jacqi a DVD set of Young Sheldon. He thought it would remind you of Ian since it also can surprisingly be funny sometimes.
Good looking out.
Something clock strikes twice.
There it was. Ian leaves Boxman a pair of strong grip gloves so Smosh can keep clinging to its origins for relevant content.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of irrelevant, Tommy will take Ian's slot as an official cast member. He warns me, be careful. Even though it's the exact same work you've already been doing, it does pay more. Yeah. Ian leaves his estate to his girlfriend, a 1942 Ford Mustang. Ian loved their opposites attract dynamic. See, a car has a hard body and actually goes somewhere.
He said he had a soft body.
Ian's final requests are that we share the Smosh analytics page so we can keep being bummed out.
Yeah.
And, of course, let's all take a moment of silence for Ian, or as he knows it, what happens after he tells a joke. Oh! You all laughed. You weren't supposed to. Thank you.
Yes!
Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
There he is. Man spider.
Hit it, Greg!
Yeah.
Bet you won't remember me. My name is Boxman. Just dropped in the state a new Smosh sex man. I miss the old Smosh. Yeah, that's cause they missed me. The shit we did was so much better, way more funny. Woo! Big collabs in discussion by getting stabbed. Guinea pigs, big where's the what happened to the dumbbells? Where are all the hot chicks? Who cares? Make more jokes about your dick. Visionaries, risk takers, we were role models. Now you're giving us a chance to sell some shit water bottles. That's what you get from moving out of Coord to Sacramento. But it's not really Boxman.
Uh-oh!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No.
Yes!
Yes! I'll drink it off your body!
Sorry, I threw my shoe.
Holy shit.
I'm married. Thank God.
Oh my God. I thought it was finally over. And yet, it continues. Hello, everyone.
Hi, Ian.
I have something to say to all of you. It's pretty awesome to be dead. I talk about sad shit all the time, but to be the sad person, sorry, to be the sad shit is an honor. I was a boss to all of you, and I always kept a certain level of decorum, as we all know.
Oh, shit.
As we all know.
Uh-oh.
So I would never do this when I was sober and alive, but now that I'm dead and drunk, I'm gonna do a I'm gonna do a smash or pass on all of you.
Oh, you better fucking smash!
I love it.
Me away.
I'm drunk.
Lisa?
His HR president.
Wait, why do I want him to smash? You know
If
what I
not,
mean?
you're fired.
Like, why do I want to be validated that way? I'll talk to you later.
Let's start with Amanda.
Okay, honey.
Just
Just look at me like your mom.
No, please.
Don't be a pussy.
Can you just take the wig off, please? That's too much.
She's cute. Your
Okay.
mom's cute.
It's good.
Just look at me like this.
Amanda, you scare me so much. Smash.
I knew it. He's into it.
Tommy, can you name 3 of the moms from the reality show Dance Moms?
I could if I wanted to.
Can you?
Melissa. Let's see. We have Melissa. We have Dr. Holly. And then what's her? We call her Jill for. No, it's Jill. It's Jill. Jill. We call her Lisa for fun at home.
Okay. My point exactly. Pass.
I would have smashed.
It's weird. It's fucking Dance Moms, man. All right. Jacqi.
Oh, Jesus.
There you are.
Hi.
I feel like the Jacqi doesn't have a boyfriend joke is getting kind of old. But so is Jacqi and still no boyfriend, so. But really though, like Jacqi looks like she still has a book of poems about hot guys she's seen at the grocery store.
Okay.
How did
Jacqi replies to all of my texts in 5 seconds. A pass.
Whatever. I hit him with a voice memo too.
She doesn't. It's so weird. Who does voice memos? So weird. I don't want to hear your voice.
It's sexy.
Strange. Shane.
Yeah.
You look like. You look like if Ezra Miller only drank Coors Light. You look. You look like a Nintendo Mii of Jake Paul. Pass.
Holy.
Now let's move on to Noah. Look, I met Noah when he was a kid, and it's.
You should start with that.
Smash your
I met him when he was a kid, and it's been amazing to watch him age like a McDonald's French fry.
Oh, that's sweet. That's so sweet.
I mean, like you look like you haven't drank water since 2004.
Oh no.
Oh
my
my
friend
God.
drink water. He made me drink water just I'll have you know this is tequila and soda.
We know.
Well, still, I'll have you know a pass. Courtney.
We've made out before in a sketch.
Wait, what sketch was that?
I need to watch that.
Remember that sketch?
Wait, we don't.
Sorry,
No
not
one knows
part
that
of,
sketch.
Not part of this part of the.
Courtney, like, I'm trying to get serious here, okay?
Sorry.
Because, you know, after Anthony left, you really stepped up and became the new person who shuts down every single idea I have. So that's gonna have to be a pass for me, dog.
Valid.
And finally, Keith.
What up?
Hey.
I'm on the shorts, so be nice.
Oh, I'm gonna be nice. Like, look, I really just.
Oh my God.
I want to offer condolences on the horrible disease that is being friends with Noah Grossman.
Oh my God.
But it's okay. Look. But really though, honestly, you're strong, you're brave, you inspire me to never put any effort into scripted sketches.
Am I that bad?
No.
But I have seen you put the effort into those dance moves, so a smash!
Yes!
Shout out to my shooters!
My tumor popping out, so don't.
Oh my God.
That's real.
But really though, like I want to thank you all. This honestly was an honor, and I see myself as sort of a parental figure to you all. Except unlike your real parents, I actually watch your videos.
Oh no, my mom watches us, and my dad. He see me stripping on here. What up, Daddy?
Hi, Daddy.
Hold on, wait.
What you got?
No, that's my dad.
Okay.
That's your dad. Oh, no, wait.
Okay.
Okay. But that's I think that's about it. But wait. Who's that guy?
What?
Who are the-
Oh.
What? Sloshy! Goodbye?
Bleh.
Oh, he did.
Oh, no!
So sad.
What a sweet boy going to sleep.
Let's take him to the creek.
Let's take him to the creek.
Are you?
It's okay. It's
Sorry, your dad.
yeah, you know, we all knew it was gonna happen.
To Ian!
Dirty dress I got on.